Elon Musk and Sam Altman are today locked in mudslinging court battles and flexing for bragging rights as to who truly wears the crown of AI. Now, once brothers in arms, they came together and pioneered what is now the greatest advancement in tech. We're talking about the birth of OpenAI's ChatGPT. I think most of you are already using it, and we are talking about over 180 million active users worldwide. Ladies and gentlemen, this is OpenAI versus XAI. Grab your popcorn and let's get right into it. This is KatibaNinja. Ikonine. Now, back in 2015, Elon Musk and Altman said, let's save the world from the killer robots. They created OpenAI, a non-profit, meaning no profits, no greed, just good vibes and inshallah. Musk promised $1 billion, but guess how much he actually gave? Less than 50 million USD. Right. Now, that's like promising to throw a lavish wedding, then showing up with only enough money for queen cakes and soda. Let that sink. Now, still, at first it looked good. They were co-chairs, hugging trees, saving humanity. Until the drama started loading. Come 2018, what happened? Musk quits the OpenAI board. He says it's because Tesla also does AI, but the honest truth is because they wouldn't let him be the boss. So 1 year later, OpenAI says, forget non-profit. Let's become capped profit. That means we will still act noble, but allow some money. Then later enter some big money. Bazoo. Then Microsoft came in with the billions. Suddenly, Altman became the golden boy. Musk got a whiff of this and came rushing outside the party, knocking like, hello, I was here first. This is the moment their bromance turned into a Nollywood drama. Bodali. Now, fast forward to 2023, ChatGPT is everywhere. Now, graduates are now walking out with degrees without ever attending classes, looking more surprised than their parents, who paid the school fees. Meanwhile, the billions are streaming in, and ChatGPT is shining in the global spotlight. And Elon is wrestling with the attention deficit and a serious case of fear of missing out. Now, Musk sees this and says, fine, I'll make my own OpenAI. So he creates XAI. And unlike OpenAI, which started non-profit, XAI was for profit from day one. Now, let's pause right there. Todo because I want us to be on the same page. When we talk about XAI, some of you have seen this product on X, formerly Twitter. You've seen guys using Grok. Very nice. At first when it started, very nice. Good. A worthy competitor of ChatGPT until ChatGPT released its recent updates and it's taking over the internet, over the world by storm. So, Elon Musk raises $6 billion from investors and he parks it inside Twitter's office. Inside X, where he launches Grok as the star attraction. You're damn right. So, that's like preaching to everyone about fasting. Let's enter into prayer and fasting. We are going to pray for this nation. We are going to rebuke the demon of lies. Then sneaking into the kitchen at night to eat a whole goat by yourself and tell your girlfriend a few lies here and there while you're the one preaching to us that we should tell the truth. All right, shame on you, Musk. All right, let's proceed. So Musk preached non-profit by day, correct, but was clearly hungry for profit by night. Or have you ever met those preachers who preach to the flock, but deep inside they long to eat from the flock or eat the flock? In this case, it is relative. So let's come to 2023. Musk could not take being ignored anymore. So in true billionaire fashion, he storms into court like a kid flipping the monopoly board when he starts losing. And Musk sues OpenAI, says they betrayed the non-profit mission that they had. Now, 2024, OpenAI fires back. Elon, wait a minute. You didn't even pay your full $1 billion pledge. And by the way, you tried to take over. Meaning he wanted to take full control of OpenAI's direction and possibly to merge it into his other companies. Which companies are we talking about? Of course, such as X, you've seen Grok, Tesla, the self-driving vehicles. The board caught him and stopped him in time. And that is where he caught feelings and he said, okay, fine. Now in 2025, Musk tries to buy OpenAI back with $97 billion. Proof that when Musk gets jealous, He doesn't send flowers. He drops a bank-breaking offer like a love letter written in cash. Now, OpenAI says we are not for sale. How do you abandon a team project? The project blows up. It's now making billions. It has potential, and it's now blowing up into the next big thing. Now, you come back with lawsuits, then try to buy it back with a fat big check. Then the team tells you to get lost. Dude, that's not business. Genius. That's billionaire tantrum behavior, bro. But anyway, let's compare. Now, OpenAI's GPT-5. They just rolled out the update just the other day. From GPT-4, now we are GPT-5. Came out in August. Yeah, just the other day in August. Yeah? Kwani situko August? We're still in August, right? Yeah! So it's just the other day. Ni juicy too. Yeah, they launched ChatGPT 5. And this thing remembers whole books. It writes code, okay? Explains medicine more than your Google doctor. And even passes law exams. Say hurrah to more quack lawyers. And meanwhile, Musk's Grok 4 is basically just a funny AI, which is quick with jokes and does math like a pro. We'll give it to Grok. It actually does math like a pro. But when the pros put them head to head, see who's the real MVP. OpenAI wiped the floor with Grok 4-0. So here's the vibe. ChatGPT 5 is the clever, disciplined student who always aces the exam. Grok is just basically the class clown. Sometimes he might outsmart the teacher, but other times he forgets the homework. Now, Musk calls OpenAI a sellout for chasing profits, surely. But his own XAI is a profit machine plugged into Twitter, Tesla, and whatever else he owns. That's like opening a bar and suing your neighbor for drinking too much. But what's the truth here? Musk wanted OpenAI to be what XAI is today, his personal toy. OpenAI said no. So he made his own, end of story. Now, for all of your hustlers with big dreams, here are the lessons. Number 1, put your rules in writing early, way early, or your investor will twist them later, as we have seen with Elon Musk, okay? Number 2, money promised is not money delivered. All right, let me hammer that in. Money promised is not money delivered. Only count the cash that hits your account. And number 3, you need to pick your investors like you pick a spouse, not your ex, like you pick a spouse. Someone who you will say until death do us part, and they actually mean it. Because divorce, honestly, divorces are expensive. And in business court, the judge doesn't give a hoot about your properties, about your stuff. It will not just take half your stuff, it will also take your dignity and your office chairs. Now, legally speaking, please enter Fadali. Own your IP. That's your crown jewel. Okay? And number 5, control your story. If you don't, obviously someone else will. Now, this is my favorite one. Yeah? Now, if you're going international, and sometimes you never know when your idea might go international. And this is where now KatibaNinja comes in, right? We love legal stuff. That's where we thrive at, these things. And if there exist legal instruments that can help us, we ought to take advantage of those instruments. Now, if you're going international, or if you see your product has the potential to go international, you better anchor your agreements with a strong arbitration clause. Now, under the New York Convention, arbitration awards can be enforced in over 170 countries. Now, that is the smartest shield you can carry, because in startups, betrayal isn't an if, it is when. Now, when we are talking about that arbitration, remember, over 170 countries, it can be enforced anywhere within that scope. So what's the moral of this soap opera? This is not about saving humanity, clearly. It's about 2 billionaires fighting over credit control and who gets the bigger headline. And honestly, if humanity depends on these 2 clowns, we are finished. This is KatibaNinja. See you on the next one.